What? What? Do you want a treat? Yes? You want a treat? Okay. No, don't play with it. Even doggies will get it otherwise. Roxy. Roxy. Don't steal the treats. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for all your kind messages regarding the last podcast or my first podcast. Thank you for subscribing and for liking it as well. I really appreciate it. So my name's Lucy and I'm one of the dyers behind Wenham Cottage Yarn. And as I stated before, we're a family run business and everybody, even the grandchildren, work in this business. We're small batch dyers, so we're just tiny. We have room to grow, and hopefully the podcast will get better as time goes on as well. I'd like to talk to you today about some WIPS that I've been working on over the past couple of weeks. And this first one is based on the pattern by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. It's called the Owl Cowl, and I believe it's a free pattern on Ravelry. So I've done each row, each colour in rows of 10. And because these are 20 gram minis, I've got room to make it as much taller. And I haven't got all the colours in yet, actually. It's just one more that will be going on the top here after the green. So this is Forest Fog, and this is a 20 gram, one of our 20 gram minis. And I just thought it looked blended nicely, just looked really good, nice contrast. So here we have Velvet Shadow, then Forest Fog, then Full Bloom, then more of the green. Then we have the Peach Blush, more green, and then Dusky Pink. And after that, after I've done 10 rows of this, I'll be adding the Golden Memories on as well. And showing the colours like this in a cowl, first of all, you get a beautiful cowl, but also it enables people to see how the yarn knits up together. And I think it looks quite pretty with the green. And obviously I'll end with this dark colour as well. So that is our Rose Collection cowl that I've been working on. That's one of them. I'll pop that down there. Socks here that I was making for my granddaughter. These are based on the Spooky Kooky socks by Kay Jones as well. And that's a double knit pattern, but these I'm knitting in 4-ply yarn. and I've cast on 48 stitches. I have, if I can find it, oh, there it is, right in front of me. I have finished one of them and it looks very cute. And it does fit her. I've tried it on her as well and she's happy. So I've used the pattern within that as well because I thought it was really nice, and it's a nice stretchy pattern also. Now this yarn would have been like one of my works in progress. There's some bits on here that I wanted to change that I wasn't quite 100% happy with, and I have dyed that up and I can show that to you later, and you can, it's hard to compare really once it's knitted up or even in a cake, but it'll give you an idea of what colours are in there. So that's that one. Hopefully I'll have that finished this week. I plan to anyway. That's the plan. Then I have the Athenaeum socks by Kelly from Roro and Cades. This is in the colourway Velvet Bloom that we have. It's a lovely pattern, really easy to remember, which is important for me because my memory is really bad. And it's squishy too, lovely and squishy. So I'm hoping to get these done as well over this next couple of weeks. Be showing on here will encourage me to move myself and get them knitted. So next we have this little one. This is going to be a bit of a long-term project. It's the button box throw from Curious Handmade on Ravelry. I'd never knitted a blanket like this before. I'm sure plenty of you have, but I started off magic loop in the centre and then you work your way around, and obviously as it gets bigger and bigger you then sorry, excuse me, you then work on it as if it's joined in the round. But quite strange for me to do that, but yeah. So I'm just working through, I mean, it's a brilliant stash buster throw, and you get to see all the pretty colours that otherwise maybe you wouldn't have used. So I'd recommend that. And this is one of Kelly's stitch markers. She does a mystery stitch marker each month, and I managed to get myself this one happily. So that's that one. That's all I have for WIPS at the moment. Oh, the other thing is, sorry, I didn't say, this is all my yarn since I began dyeing. So that's 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. I just dyed at home for myself. So that's that one. Oh, there's lots and lots of ends to sew in. I really should try and do that as I go, but yeah, otherwise it'll be way too much in one go for me. I might start doing that actually. We'll need to find a good film to watch and I can sit and quite happily sew in all the ends. So that's that one. I have a birthday coming up at the end of May. So for the last couple of weeks of May, I'm going to do a 10% birthday code on the shop, and I'll let you know all about that on the next video that I do. So the reason I brought that up is because I bought myself this lovely bag as a treat for myself for my birthday. It's from Makes by Mia, and she's on Ko-fi and Instagram as well, Makes by Mia. And it's beautiful. I got some lovely handwritten note in here and there's some stickers which are lovely because I'm usually the one giving them away. Excuse me. This a box bag which is brilliant, and it's got this lovely ribbon on the side. It's what's it called when it's, oh, you're probably all shouting at me. No, I can't remember. It's quilted. Quilted? Is that the right word? Anyway, it's beautiful. And I think it's going to fit a nice pair of socks in there anyway. But I might have to, yeah, I may have to treat myself. Dye up some really nice yarn that I want, selfishly for me, and put them in here, and they'll be my birthday socks. So that's those. And I must stop saying and. I'm very sorry. This is the colourway, which is the improvement on this. It is hard to see because, first of all, it's in a skein and it's all twisted round. And secondly, this is a different base because this is on sparkle, which takes the dye differently as well. I hope you can see the colour there, because I found blue very difficult to photograph. So in here you have the brighter blue base, and then I've added different blues into it here, darker, lighter, and then there's two different pinks in here as well. So that, hopefully you can see some of the colours in there. It's very pretty. I say that about all my yarn. It's not because I'm boasting, it's because I dye it because I love it, and I love to see it dyed up by other people in the house as well. Yeah. I never knew I had a creative side until I started to dye yarn, and it made a big difference to me. So I haven't got a name for this yet, but I will be getting these on the website as soon as I can. This one does have a name, and this one is Flamingo. My daughter chose this name, and she's very, very bright, very, very pink, and rather gorgeous. And it's a silver sparkle on this one. It'll also be available in our other bases. And as always, you can message me if you wanted like a sock set in this, or something like that. So that's that one. That's Flamingo. And then another one that we'll be adding on is this one, which I believe we're calling Siren's Wake. And this is beautiful. Greens, blues, teals. I'd actually quite like to knit this one up and see it knitted up. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And there's a lot of variegation in here of colours. So Yeah, I think that's very pretty. At the beginning here, I think we probably, if we manage it, we've got some videos or photographs of all our animals. Somebody asked about the kitten. Um, he's 8 months old now, I believe, and he's a little monkey. He's adorable. And we have another cat, but she's quite elderly and she doesn't really like being annoyed by people taking photos. She's just, bless her. She's past all that. And the two dogs, we have Blue, who's Pomeranian, but he's Blue Merle. So one of his eyes is blue with brown, and his other eye is brown. And he is just a big fluffy furball. And Roxy, she's just over a year old, and she is my husband's dog. And she is hard work. We've had spaniels before, but it was quite a while ago, and I think I'd forgotten how much energy they have and how much destruction they can leave in their wake when they're chewing things. Um, but yeah, she belongs to the whole house. Everybody loves her. She follows everybody around, and especially she loves the grandchildren. She likes anybody that will play and let her burn energy. So that's our pets. And I live with 3 of my grandchildren, and my other granddaughter, she doesn't live that far away, and she's here most days, which is really, really lovely. So it is a really busy household. You could never be lonely here. There's always something going on. We're open house. Everybody comes to visit here, and it's lovely. And it's how I brought my children up, and that's how they are as well. Um, so these will be in the shop over the next week. I hope you like them. As I say, they are all available on all our different bases. Also, I'd like to say happy weekend because it's bank holiday weekend. I hope the weather stays lovely and the weather where you are is nice and warm. And I'll speak to you in a fortnight. Thank you, everyone. Bye.